I'm getting ready to tighten everything up and drive it. Except I have one problem. My drive shaft. So when the vehicle is slammed to the ground, my drive shaft is at my ride height level. And that really sucks when I raise it up 6 inches because I start having interference with my drive shaft. The ears on the drive shaft start hitting, and that's no bueno. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to go ahead and cut these upper mounts out for my airbags, raise them up, I believe 2.5 inches, and then weld them back in. I am a little excited about being able to shove the axle up a little bit further into this frame because I got the C-notches there, and those C-notches are barely even being used. I think I got them in there maybe a couple inches. So the good news is that I have plenty of room on the frame to go up more. The bad news is, well, we got to do all the work. Thinking I'm going to have to go ahead and remove my shocks, remove my ride height controller. Yeah, I guess stop yapping, start working. Oh, son of a bitch, I broke it. Oh, that's nice, yeah? Far away from the flames. After we're done with this little modification, the axle is going to go so far up in the frame, the axle will end up resting on this mount, and we don't want that. Alright, got the upper bag mounts off. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning those up. So we got that prepped. There. Shock mount mostly cleaned up. I'll have to go ahead and pull out the welder and weld that up a little bit. Smooth it out. Since the plasma cutter digged a little much. There's my shop helper. Supercharged Hemi. Alright guys, day 2. Yesterday, pretty successful. Got gas tank removed, all the wiring removed, got the upper bag mounts removed, shock mounts removed, got everything cleaned up. Now today, I'm going to figure out where I need to install the upper bag mounts. So I have my bag heights here that I measured from the axle to the top of the bag mount. 10 inches is fully inflated at about 110 pounds. Then I have ride height, which is a 7 and an 8. So I can go ahead and put it at ride height, 7 and 8. Put my drive shaft in, have it to where it's almost horizontal. And then I'll probably tack everything in right there. And then I'll go ahead and put it in the smash setting and then my off-road mode setting and see if I have any binding. Only other issue I might have is if my axle sticks up too far into the frame and actually hits the frame. So I'll have to make sure I have enough axle movement there for that. So let's go ahead and check to see how deep can we go. One of the issues I'm seeing right now is this body mount or bed mount. It's touching the tire. So I'm going to go ahead and zip that off on both sides. I thought that was going to be an issue anyway with my tires that I plan on putting. These are not the tires. They're going to be like 315, 35, 20s. So they'll be slightly wider than that and slightly taller too. So let's go ahead and zip those off. Okie dokie, artichoke. As it turns out, all I needed was an inch between the upper bag mount and the frame. A couple pieces of 1 inch by 2 inch scrap I had laying around, made a perfect spacer to weld in my upper bag mount. Alright! Tack welded in my upper bag mounts. We're going to go ahead and see if it made a difference. Pretty confident that we made a difference. Now we just gotta know a faux shout. So currently we're in the all the way down position, not having any drive shaft interference, which is good. Let's go ahead, raise her all the way up. A little vibration there isn't a big deal because I think what I got to do is align my pinion angles. I have to take those off, put it at the right height, and make sure I have the same on both sides. Nice! Well, I'm going to go ahead and remove the airbags, get everything all welded up, get all painted up, and then start putting it back together. So, let's do this! Don't do it! The upper bag mounts mounted in a higher location gives me less clearance for my fuel lines and my wiring. That's not what we wanted. That wasn't part of the plan. Nice. I actually think the shock location came out pretty good. And it's flush with the frame, so I don't have to worry about raising my bed up. Alright, as you saw in the beginning of the video, I destroyed that bastard. So I have to cancel my airs. It's the only hammer I got close enough right now, so feed, return. Well, there you go. She's sitting a little lower. Hemi seems to approve. And I'm really liking the stance. Most importantly, there's no interference with the drive shaft, and we're getting one step closer to driving it. But first, we have to get some exhaust on this bad boy. Hook up the power steering. Add some coolant. Oh yeah, can't forget, I gotta teach myself how to TIG weld. Got a couple of pointers from the dudes at work, which really helped out a lot. Hopefully after all of those boxes get checked, we'll be able to take this Jeep out under its own power, right out the shop door. Please stay tuned for the next episode. We'll be working on the exhaust and hopefully pulling out of the driveway. As always, thanks for watching. Get out in your shop, build something.